So for those two ordered points, find the equation in point slope form. I'm not a big fan of point slope, but we can do it. So the slope is change in y over change in x. 5 minus 3 is on the bottom, you see. That's 10 over 2, which is 5. Now we pick a point. Doesn't matter which one, I'm going to pick that one. So it's y minus the y number equals the slope, x minus the x. So it's y minus y1 equals the slope, x minus x1. You should have had that memorized, but you guys refused to memorize it. That's point slope, we're done. Now, got an interesting question. Parallel lines have the same slope, but they also have to have different y-intercepts. So if I have a point and a line goes through it, if it's parallel, it can have the same y-intercept because then it would just be on top of it. So are these two parallel? Meaning, do they have different, do they have the same slope but different y-intercepts? So to figure that out, I'm going to solve this for y. So I would subtract 3x. So it'd be negative 3x plus 12. Divide by negative 6. Now 3 is bigger on top. Said that wrong. 3 is smaller and it's on top. So the bottom will be bigger. So it's 1/2 x minus 2. So the slope is 1/2. The y-intercept is negative 2. Here, the slope is 1/2. So they have the same slope. Woohoo! But the y-intercept is 6. Different. So those two lines would be parallel. Now, find the x-intercept and y-intercept. To find the intercepts, you set the other one to 0. So x-intercept, put 0 in for y. Just cover it up. So 2 times what is 4? 2 times 2. Y-intercept, put 0 in for x. Y is 4. So if I was graphing this, it's not asked to, but if I was to graph this, I would put a dot at 2, y-intercept of 4, that's on the y-axis, connect the dots. So whenever an equation's in standard form, to me, do the x and y-intercept. You're foolish not to. So x-intercept, put 0 in for y. Oh, x-intercept is 6. Here, negative 3 times what is 6, or divide by negative 3. So the y-intercept is negative 2. So to graph it, didn't ask to graph it, but if I wanted to graph it, and I'm making horrible graphs, negative 2 on the y-intercept, x-intercept 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'll estimate, there we go. So if it's asking you to graph it, and it's in standard form, x and y on the same side, use x and y intercept. Should be easy peasy. Now this one's a little bit more challenging. The y-intercept is always the number added to the x term when it's solved for y. Now, to find the x-intercept, we put the 0 in for y, so we'd have 0 equals 4x minus 8. So add 8 to both sides. Divide by 4. So x equals 2. Now, do you remember how to solve linear equations? Linear is when the highest power is 1. Here, do this. Freeze the video and do just these 3. That's all I want you to do. These 3, and then turn me back on. Okay, well, here we go. You want to get the x by itself, so you divide by negative 3. Always do the reverse operation. Hey, Here I'm adding 4 to x, so I'm going to subtract 4. So x equals 6. Now I have multi-steps. So I need to get the 3x by itself, so I'm going to do the reverse, subtract 6. 3x equals 6, divide by 3, x equals 2. Now, see if you can do this one problem. Freeze the video and do just this one. So, okay, I hope you turned it back on, but you have to get all the x's to one side, numbers on the other. So we'd have 6x minus 3x is 3x, minus 6 minus 12 is minus 18, divide by 3, x equals negative 6. Now, try these 2 problems for me, please. Actually, just do this one. Just do this one. Then we're going to stop and go to the next video. Okay, distribute the 4. So 4x minus 2x is 2x. Subtract x. I'd have x minus 8 equals 8, so I'm going to add 8. So x equals 16. Hey, I think we may only have one more video to go. We'll see. Bye-bye.